Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Last playthrough we played as Czechoslovakia, and that was also my first playthrough here in Hearts of Iron 4. And probably also the playthrough where many of you guys started watching. I mean, the view count from it would say that that is the case. Or maybe it's from the Lithuania playthrough with, everybody else in our multiplayer game. Either way, you have to be here now in this video, and we're going to play as China. And that was originally my goal. Well, not my goal, but my plan, rather, was to play as China, and that was going to be my first playthrough of this game rather than Czechoslovakia. However, China at the time just wasn't unique enough, and whether I was going to do it or somebody else was going to do it, I wanted there to be a unique focus tree and maybe some more events and extra stuff, to just make China feel more unique, which is really how it was in World War II. And I really enjoyed the history of China in this time period. It stood on the precipice of many different ideologies and paths it could have gone, and that's why I am going to take it down a different path than happened in history, and I'm going to make it democratic and make sure this democratic government does not get exiled to Taiwan. Anyway, let's get on in. So I could put on Iron Man, but I'm not. Historical AI focuses regular, and let's go ahead and get on in. So yes, I'm playing with the China mod. That's what it's called. Yes, indeed. If some of the localization and text isn't exactly perfect, I mean, the creator of this mod is not from China, or is not a native English speaker, but he is from China, from what I would assume from his other version of the mod, which is in Chinese. So I'm gonna go with that. Whether he's from Taiwan or actual mainland China, I do not know. But anyway, and I just want to say I don't mean to offend anyone by calling it Taiwan or China. It's just me being American, I guess. I don't know. Sorry anyway, in advance. I also have this Chinese music mod. Maybe I shouldn't have it on, but I mean, I'm not really worried about this being monetized, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go with it. So it's era music for China, as I'm sure you can hear. No idea what they're saying, but that's fine. That's just a part of it. So here we have our glorious leader, Chiang Kai-shek, and we are led by the Kuomintang. I'm gonna butcher all the names. Probably get that out there first, but that's how it is in any series that I do. So unless I play somewhere in America, which probably still butchers some names because dialects and accents and stuff like that. So yes, so we have Chiang Kai-shek, then we have the Blue Shirts, the Kuomintang Revolutionary Committee, and the China Democratic League. And the China Democratic League is the one we're going to be going for. We also have a couple national spirits, German military advisors, Communist Uprising, Nominal United. I feel like, I don't know if that really makes sense in English. I feel like it should be Nominally United, but then, yeah, I mean, Nominally United kind of makes sense, but whatever. Recruitable population goes down, so that's pretty bad. Low literacy rate also goes down. There are no more than 20% citizens who can read and write. And Nominally United is just a nominal central governor. Okay, and then unbalanced industry. We are still transforming from a pre-industrial state to an industrial one. Okay, so we're not in the greatest spot. Let's go ahead and check out the focus tree. So yes, it's a huge focus tree, and I actually really like the idea that, you have some sort of industry over here, but the ideology changes so much of what you're gonna do. One thing I don't know if I like or not, but it's kind of an interesting idea. Is that, so say we take arms trade, which is what we're gonna go for. These are not mutually exclusive. We can go down both of these paths, which I think, yeah. To get to the United States of Asia, we have to have all of this. So, is that a good way to do it? I don't know. We'll find out. But, yeah. So, as I was saying, we have sort of industry and some other decisions over here kind of mixed in. Like, these get rid of all of our terrible national spirits at the cost of political power, which is going to be hard because one of our national spirits actually decreases the political power we get. So, that's going to be difficult, and it's that Nominal United, which we get from the Unification Decree. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and start out with Reorganize NRA. And let's just go down the line. Research slot available. We're going to go for electronic mechanical engineering for that research speed, of course. And we're also going to go for production efficiency because we need weapons. We need a lot of weapons because manpower is the greatest asset that China has. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to go democratic as them, because in the normal tech tree that you have, the democratic path is really terrible. Besides, unless you go the neutral part of it, and you get deterrence, which is really good for China, and that's under the, like I said, neutral path, and that increases the speed at which you build forts, which is really useful for building forts up here in Beijing. And I just have to say beforehand, I had played a little bit as China, like I said, when I was starting out, I wanted to do this, but then I kind of realized part of the way through. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to move my mic. I realized part of the way through that it just wasn't working for me. So anyway, so I have a little bit of knowledge forehand, just full discretion, transparency, discretion. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, we need weapons. That's why I'm gonna go for that tech instead of construction. We also need factories. So I'm gonna start with Shanghai, building up Shanghai. I don't know, just because I'm like that. I'm not going to put all the factories in anywhere being one certain thing just because, immersion and stuff. I like to spread out the factories because I don't think there's going to be one area that's just military civilian considering how big these areas take up. And how many people are in it since we're in, China. We're not going to be building cruisers, rather we're going to be building convoys because it's always good to have a lot of convoys. Let's see, diplomacy, nothing we can do. Trade, well, we don't have to trade anything yet, and we're building, production's good. Recruit, okay. So here's something we need to do, is we need to switch all of these guys to, I think it's this. I think this is the one. Yeah, that's the one that has already base troops, the most base troops. So then we're going to get rid of this and get rid of that, because they're really useful, to be honest. Useless. And so some of the knowledge that I have beforehand that is, I feel kind of bad for having because it's like kind of unfair in a way. Maybe that's not the best way to put it, but it means I have advantage that people who have never played China before don't. So what can you do about it? I played the nation that I wanted to play before I recorded this. Oops. I feel like a lot of YouTubers rather do that, so I'm not too worried about it. Up in the north, even though this max entrenchment is really nice, this guy has 10% more attack and defense, which is even nicer. So we're going to put Yue Chue. That's probably butchered, but we're going to put him up in the north, guarding the Beijing border. Marco Polo? No, I don't know. And then we're going to take U10, and you're going to be one of the defensive ones. And speaking of this whole, I know what's going to happen, is this is one of the places that Japan always invades. Another place, another couple places rather. So let's see, we have two there. I don't know exactly where, but I always get invaded down here, and it's a real pain in the ass. I want to say it's like one of these three here. I don't think they ever invade over here. They might, though. We shall see. And oh, you know what? I realized I should probably be making these a part of this. Let's see. You go there. Ah, damn it. I messed it all up. Are you at least on the right one? Yeah, the 12 of you going over there? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to put U3 in Fuzhou. We're going to put U2 in Xiamen. Put U2 in this port place because it doesn't have a name. And then why don't we take, say, another 10 of you under Yao Wang, and we're just going to straight up garrison these two. just in case. Well, actually, yeah, that should be fine. And then the 31 of you guys can go to this border. I don't think we're going to have any beef with the People's Republic of China, so... Actually, wait, isn't there an event at the start where we do... Okay, scratch that. We're going to put you guys over there for now, because I think there's an event we get, like Border Wars or something. I don't know. But I want to win it, because I think we get political power from it. Like I said, I have some knowledge going into this, so sorry about that. But besides that, I think we're ready to get started. It's only been like almost 10 minutes. Nope, it has been more than 10 minutes. Okay. Well, everybody should get into place. So yeah, eventually, as I said, we are going to be definitely building forts up here because we have to hold this. It just has to be. But we should be able to do it. I believe. I believe that we will win. We have 3 dockyards. Okay, I thought we were already making convoys. I don't know what happened. Probably misclicked. So yeah, this is the part where we just let time go on. We are reorganizing the NRA. The past decades of civil war was the result of government's loose control of the army. The time has come to unite all the nominal National Revolution Army under one banner. This guy really likes the word nominal. I mean, can't blame him. It's a good word. So we have that. We got a bunch of political power, and we got some army experience. Let's see. Army experience. At peace. Okay, so we can do any of these, to be honest. It's kind of interesting. Because this is probably the best for me. Army experience, even though it's USSR support. But But I don't want to mess it up, man. Like, I mean, it gives me army experience, gives me armor technology. And I think I have to. It's just so good. And then because it just says it requires one of the following. So I'm just going to go with that. But also, I want to start on this Nanjing because we have to have more than 30 factories to get arms trade anyway. So, and we're only at 22. So we'll get Nanjing Decade. And since all we're doing is letting time pass, I'll read some more stuff. Nanjing Decade. The Nanjing Decade was a precious time. There was enough stability to allow economic growth and the start of ambitious government projects. However, since Japan is massing troops on our north border and communism uprising is spreading like wildfire, we should reap our fruits before they are taken away. Preparing an attack against communists. After the long retreat of the Communist Party of China's Red Army, they have managed to regroup and establish themselves in Shanxi. Their continued effort to turn the rural population against us and seek support from the Soviet Union suggests that they might grow more powerful if left to their own devices. However, many of the surrounding warlords, despite supporting our government, are unwilling or unable to make the necessary sacrifices for an effective attack. It's currently unclear whether the Red Army is still recuperating or ready to face us in battle, but time is not on our side. To strengthen our political position, we need to strike against the communists. I basically choose this option every time that I play China because manpower doesn't really matter, and it's a 7%, we need the political power. Let's just go for it. Strong arm local warlords into the offensive. And shit. So that was really bad for political power, but I mean that's a 30% chance, but I feel like I get that more than not, or more than not rather. So whatever, game. I'm gonna take one of you down there, and Ethiopia. You know what? Now that I think about it, there has been no civil war in Spain yet. Still. Okay. Clash with communist guerrillas. With both of us and the Chinese Red Army barely having recovered from our previous offensive, our mutual troop presence close to the border has reignited the conflict. In addition to local warlords and militias, we have considered moving in more troops from elsewhere. All this may not give us opportunity to crush the communist menace once and for all. It would be an important ideological victory to show that they will not be allowed to expand further. We must draw the line now. So military strength ratio in our favor, 42%. Their military strength and our military strength. Well, for the time being, we're just going to... Yeah, it's fine. We're just going to do something just so they get over there. And hope that this works. I don't know. Yay, victory. And so now we recuperated our political power loss. Well, that's good anyway. Okay, now back to garrisoning Nanjing and there. And you guys, okay, let's see, 3 of you, you're going there, 3 of you, you're going there. Two of you, you're going there, and the 8 of you, you're going up there. 3, 3, 2. Let's see. Okay, yeah, everything looks fine. Oh, actually, what does not look fine is that we need troops back up here. Okay, we finished our research. Oh shit, we finished our research a long time ago. They call computing. National focus was finished. So now we gotta go for next decade. That's gonna hurt, but let's go for it. We also... what is something I would like to get earlier rather than later? Factory output and construction speed. That's pretty damn good. Let's get Chiang Chi Kong. Because that'll improve our speed at which we produce these buildings. We just need to keep an eye on Japan, because as soon as we get that war notification, we need to start building forts. Maybe even do that before then, but I think we're fine for now. Let's go factory output. Let's go for construction speed. Because how long is this deficit going to be around for? Hey, there's the Spanish Civil War. 163 days. That's still a while. Let's see. Well, I guess for now we can just chill around. Let's go look at that next decade, considering we just got it. And we're going to start... Ooh. You know what? This gives us civilian and military. And, ooh, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back to, I don't know what the time go. Next decade. We should plan our next decade of development and production for the future of China. Kuomintang Party should have a leading role in establishing the foundations and principles of the Republic, mapping strategies for economic development, setting growth targets, and launching reforms. Olympic Games, and let's look at Southwest development. The fertile Chengdu Plain, on which Chengdu is located, is also known as the Country of Heaven. If we can mobilize the dense population and make fully use all of the resources of the Northwest, it will greatly boost our nation. So it says Southwest development and resources in Northwest. I don't know where Chengdu is, so okay, so this, I actually don't know if this is Southwest or Northwest, to be honest. Whatever. We'll just leave it be. Japan, what are you doing? Naval innovations. You know what? You go, China or Japan. Same thing. Not same thing. That's terrible. I lied. We could go for this West Highway thing. Coastal. Actually, we have 30 factories. Why don't we start going down that tree? Let's see, it's November. How many? We have 21 civilian factories. Okay. Why don't we finish that one in Shanghai? And then we can start making something like that. Because we need More weapons. More weapons faster, please. Okay, they finished on the same day. We go for improved machine tools, and you know what? Let's go for weapons 1. Employ Western officers. Go for USSR support. Oh, speaking of which, so this is probably going to set us back again, but, and also just because I'm kind of anal about this, I want them to all be on 2 lines. I'll have a deficit of 18,000, but I'll at least get our divisions up to standard, up to par rather. Spiritual mobilization. Population. Let's see. What else is there to do? Not much. Let's go look at employ Western officers. The 100 years of struggle has taught us that we can't win a war by merely quantity. Even though we have nearly 1 million soldiers, they are poorly trained and supplied. It is urgent to learn from the Western at the moment. Red Army has been growing up fast ever since its establishment, and their development of equipment and tanks is surely something we can learn from. We had a cooperation in the 1920s, but that one didn't end up in betrayal and blood. However, at this moment, even at the risk of importing communism, we need their help to defend ourselves against the Japanese invaders. True that. The Xi'an incident. External pressure from the Soviet Union for the end of the hostilities between us and the Chinese Red Army has led to the people in our ranks taking matters in their own hands. 2 generals have had Chiang Kai-shek arrested, attempting to force a truce between us and the communists to unite China against external threats. International pressure for a peaceful solution, along with the weakness of China divided in this era, are factors in favor of establishing a united front. What course should we take? Contact the Communist Party for peace deals. Arms trade. Okay, more talking. Reading, rather. Negotiations in Xi'an have borne results. Both nationalists and communists have agreed to a truce, putting an at least temporary end to the hostilities and allowing the parties to cooperate against foreign threats. The arms trade with democratic countries grants us access to world-class weaponry and technology. However, they didn't come without a political purpose as we expected. After we suggest an extension of the trade, they proposed a counteroffer. To reorganize the NRA, equipped with their weapons, should be obligated to protect their colonies in Asia in the future. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. And a justification against us. Okay, this is when we go 180 and we start making forts all around. Okay, we're still in deficit. We're going to be that way for 70 days. That's fine. Arms trade. We actually need more steel. We're going to get it from the Soviet Union just because they're closer. Now let's go back here and not do that last one. Okay. Any new research that we do is going to have to be... worrying of Japan's growing military presence in the Pacific and Asia, USA, the United States, and the British propose a new term for our future cooperation. We have to promise them that once a war has broken out between Japan and the Allies, we will send our troops to defend their colonies in Asia and join their war as an ally. Yay, more democracy. 3 principles of the people. Let's see. British. See, that would give us more construction speed, which we kind of need. No, I'm going to go 3 principles of the people. We still have some time before Japan is on our asses. Some time, I say. Construction speed, sure. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should instead go for improved infantry equipment. Once we're out of the hole, I don't know. Afida saying, oh shit. What was that? I have no idea what I just did. Fuck. Oh. Whew. I am so lucky that was the Marco Polo bridge incident. God damn, I'm lucky. Oh, let's see, I already produced that. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to take off that many. We're gonna make another line with the new weapons. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you guys... Actually, we're going to make a new theater. We're going to call this Coast Guard. I'm going to call this Northern Front. Sure. We're going to put you in the Coast Guard as well. And you guys are going to have low priority, and you guys are going to have high priority. Okay, I believe... I don't know if that's enough, to be honest. I think I'm actually going to take you 10, and I'm going to put you up on the northern front. Let's see, because there's 2 here. Why don't I take one of you and put you... one right there. Take one of you and put you... right there. Something like that. That seems a little bit better. And I'm gonna take... Wait, what just happened? Oh no, now I know what's going on. I'm gonna take one of you, put you right there. Take one of... Okay, those are... That's every single port, and I'm pretty sure the AI only goes for forts, so that's fine. But I'm pretty sure they're going to go up here for Shandong. Okay, we're still making forts. 3 principles of the people. How close, how far democratic are we? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get democratic election. Okay, we can do it, I believe. Actually, I'm gonna send this many of you over here. Actually, no, to Tianjin. No, we're gonna keep you right there. Okay, support weapon 1. Wonderful. Now you're going for support weapon 2. We need to queue up. Okay. It's about to go down. Oh shit, I forgot we need airplanes. There we go. Okay. Non-aggression pact. Yes, Soviet Union, please. Please do such a thing. Okay, perfect. We're gonna need more troops right there. Yes, that's what I need. Annexes the Guangxi Click. Wonderful. Okay, you're going to reinforce. Okay, you are not getting past that. It's okay. China unites. Wonderful. Shibei Sanma. Okay, well, Shibei, your goal is, yes, you're going to have Anlan die. And I'm going to put you on that front with Ming Kuko. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Yay, and the Soviet Union divisions have arrived. And now we have Yunnan with their 3 divisions, I guess. Yes. And this is why we have 16 divisions positioned in Tianjin. Is that what it's called? Yep. Yay, democratic election. Oh, here we go. Democratic dawn. After the National Party Congress, the newly elected President Sun gave out a speech on air. He promised all the Chinese people there will soon be freedom of religion, speech, press, petition, and assembly. All the political prisoners will be released in the next 3 months. He also mentioned that Chinese will stand firmly on the side of other democratic countries. Former leader Chiang now becomes a normal counselor of the Congress. Liberty or death. Damn straight. That's so awesome. See, this is why I waited, guys. This is why I waited. And I would like to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and maybe even share, man. All that stuff helps me out. And I will see you guys next time.